Hi guys, welcome to another beer review. Hopefully I can keep this brief because I'm due to host a chat, a UK beer tubers chat, which we've not done for such a long time. So yeah, waiting for people to join the room and then we can go live. And yeah, got a beer to review to drink while I'm hosting. And we're going back over to the Tuol Brewery over in Copenhagen. And yeah, this is brewed by De Prof in Belgium. And this is a bottle of the Maj Pils. So I'll quickly read you the description. We bring you a quaffable session pilsner, a smooth body balanced with Meladonian and Munich hops, topped with Mosaic, Amarillo and Tetananga hops to create a flowery, almost fruity aroma profile. This is one zesty and refreshing pilsner. It's Maj Pils. As is usually the case, well, it's always the case, absolutely gorgeous artwork from Kasper Ledet. Nice and simple, nice and bold as well. I love, like, just, it's a wood panel with my beer written, Maj Pils written on it. You know, if that doesn't sell a beer, let me just, so you don't see that purple dildo looking thing, which is actually a purple knife. And yeah, just, it's a striking looking label. And yeah, beautiful label on the neck. There is the crown. Best before date is the 6th of the 6th 2018, and the ABV on this one is 4%. So yeah, I am fond of my pilsners. Hoppy pilsners and lagers, if they do it right, can't fault them, but I hope this hasn't been like just completely annihilated with hops, because I do like a good refreshing pilsner. Picked this up from Birretta, can't remember when. Great to see more Tuol stuff making it to Germany, and last time I was there they had a nice selection of Omnipio beers as well, so yeah, even in the small town of Regensburg we're getting a really good selection of craft beers, it seems. Plus, a lot of the supermarkets are starting to stock international beers as well as some of the German craft ones. So, yeah, I went a bit crazy on that pour. And, yeah, looks absolutely wonderful in the glass, though. Lovely golden and hazy beer. Yeah, it's sort of like a lemon curd with maybe a little bit of hint of an amber. Beer poured with about 2 fingers worth of a quite spacious head, but there are little bubbles on the bottom of it, and you can see a lot of bubbles clinging to the bottom of the glass. Nice amounts of carbonation rolling up to that head, and yeah, it looks like a hazy pilsner. So happy days so far. There's still a little bit in the glass, but we'll pour that in a minute. Even though I picked this up from Birretta, using my Birretta glass because why not? So yeah, let's see what we got on the aroma. And to me, it smells like a session pale ale, like a German craft brewed session pale ale. It's got that sort of like slight fruity dish soap sort of aroma to it. But those hops are really nice. It's a nice little medley of hops. You do get that sort of like crispness and light malt character from the pilsner itself. And that's it. That's a good thing so far. It's not aggressively hoppy on the aroma. But yeah, it smells nice. It smells like a pale ale though. A session pale ale. Anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. It's not bad, but and as much as I absolutely love Tuol and the experimental and outrageous side, it's a little bit too hoppy for me. And it looks, tastes, smells and tastes like a somewhat low ABV pale ale, session pale ale. Lovely light crisp mouthfeel though. It's got a little bit more character than some of the German pale ales, session pale ales that I've had. I know that's wrong to compare two completely different styles, but this is what it sort of reminds me of. Yeah, hops are nice and balanced. Lovely bitterness on the back end. You really get like a lot of stone fruit in there. A little bit of lemon as well. Reminds you of like tangy, like Haribo sweets almost. It is a lovely beer, don't get me wrong, but is it really a... See, I like a good classic Pilsner, whether it be a Czech or a German or whatever. But I drink this and all I can think of is like session pale ale. And that's sort of a pet peeve for me. More aimed at like the German craft brewers because, hey, you've got this tradition of beautiful Pilsners and whatnot. So it sort of irks me when I see German craft breweries doing that. Because, hey, you know, respect your traditions, I suppose. And, yeah, again, it's unfair to really make these points, but I've got to stand by what I believe in. Jesus Christ, way to dramatise the situation. So yeah, you do get that sort of like gentle crispness from that Pilsner body. It is light, it's crispy, it's zesty, it's zingy. It's got the body of a Pilsner, I suppose. But those hops are a little bit, even though it's not a really hoppy beer, in the context of the style itself, it's a little bit too hoppy for me. Is it a bad beer? Hell no. It's another high quality 2-0 beer. But I'm not going to let my fanboyism of 2-0 cloud my judgment of this beer. So in terms of a rating then, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. If it was a pale ale, I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8. But being a big fan of Pilsners and Lagers, it just doesn't do much for me when I see craft breweries do this with styles like that. I mean, again, I'm all for pushing the boundaries, using different hops, using, you know, swapping this malt and putting that malt in, or like doing the beer this way. It just seems to veer off a bit too much to the hoppy side for me. But that hoppy character is nice. It's very dry, it's very light, it's crisp. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Some people might find this beer to be absolutely wonderful. Fair play to you. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to beer, but for me, my preferences, my palate, it's a good beer, but it just, if I want a Pilsner, I'll get a Pilsner, but I wanted to try it because, hey, when a 2-0 beer comes around, you've got to jump at the chance. And yeah, I'll always buy 2-0 beers because they're one of my favourite breweries. Would I buy this again? For the right price, maybe, but I can find many other beers that would replicate this style or take it a little bit in the direction I wanted to for maybe a fraction of the cost. So if you've tried it, as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below in the comments. Am I missing the mark with this? Do you agree with me? Doesn't matter. No right or wrong answers. Let's start a discussion. Check out my 2-0 playlist. Check out 2-0. Check out Kasper, one of my favourite designers in general. And yeah, of course, check out Birretta because they're really going leaps and bounds in terms of the assortment, as they would say. So yeah, check out my Pilsner playlist as well for some more good examples of the style. Anyway, I'm off to host the chat, so I shall hopefully see you there if you've already watched it, and if not, shame on you, but join me next time for another beer review. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you later. And I've just realised how fucking awful my hair's been in this video. Thank you. Cheers.